Okay, just came back from a break. You should have watched 3 episodes or 3 little parts of this series from Charity Water, an organization that deals with water shortages in countries like Ethiopia, Rwanda, Costa Rica, I think. Check out their YouTube page. It's always nice to see what else they make. But this is an organization that my sister told me about. We donated money. I think it was 2013. So yeah, 10 years ago. Donated money to help build a well in Ethiopia, where I live. This is where the well is. I can send you guys a map someday if I can figure out where it is. But yeah, Charity Water helps sponsors, gives money to local organizations that dig the wells, that maintain the wells, for small communities, in order for them to have clean, safe access to water, okay, without the threat of animal attacks or the threat of diseases in the water. Yeah, lots of stuff. But yeah, so water is very important to me. There's lots of ways that I save water in my own life. We can talk about those things maybe later, but we're going to talk more about water. We're going to use this as an example essay. We're going to write a division and classification essay together. We'll finish it by next week. You can see the whole process. I'll record it. I'll put it up on YouTube so it's easier for everyone to see and hear. Can you guys hear me okay? Let's do a poll. Oh no. Sorry. That was ironic. Now can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? Just let me know when it sounds weird. I guess I can't do anything. Can't do anything about it. Should we use Microsoft Teams from now on? No. Is it just like, yes, no, yes, no. Oh my God. This is so difficult. Should we use Microsoft Teams then? Okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to use Microsoft Teams. You're going to use Microsoft Teams, but I'm going to still record on both. Okay? That's probably the best solution. Which means you need to figure out a way. Oh, I guess what you can do is when we join, just turn off your audio. So leave the audio so that you don't hear or you can't use the microphone. Okay? I'm going to do this. Just whatever this button is, the audio button, you're going to click it and then you won't hear anything and you won't be able to speak. I'm going to do it right now. So I have no audio. You can't hear me. Nah, nah, nah. Okay? Don't join back in. But I just joined back in. Okay? Let's help education. Okay? Let's join this. I'm going to send a meeting, start a meeting. So now you're going to get out of the audio. Get out. No, don't get out. Wait for me. I'm going to copy this meeting link. Okay? Try to do both at the same time. If you're on your computer, wonderful. I like that I have these bars over my eyes. It's really cool. I don't know why this link looks funny to me. All right. So now you're going to turn off the audio. I'm going to leave them on. So just click on that audio button. Then click on the Teams link. Not the mute button. You have to click on this leave audio button if you're on your computer or your mobile device so that you don't hear me here. I need to record it so that other people can watch just in case my YouTube thing takes too long or isn't right. Okay? I'm going to put that back. Come and join. I'm not going to cancel this guy. I can't leave the audio. I got to use both. And we'll go to Microsoft Teams and we'll use Microsoft Teams forever. I just love the polls and everything. No, don't you guys love the polls? All the questions I asked you? It's weird. Speaker H5, yeah. Zoom plus H5. We can do both. I'm just going to leave both on. If you can't hear, join the Microsoft Teams. If that link doesn't work, I don't know. Is this okay? You guys need to tell me something. What are we doing? Face is red. That's green. We're okay? I will continue. You can use either one. If you can't hear me, if the sound is bad, go to the Microsoft Teams link. Nobody. Okay. Well, I'm going to try both. We'll see. Do whatever you can, guys. Let's talk more about water. So how can we take the topic of the water crisis? Okay. There is a crisis of water. It's not that water is not in the earth. It never changes, right? The amount of water. It's just where the water is. Okay. So our topic is the water crisis and what is going to be our basis of classification. Okay. I want you to think about that. Okay. Take some notes. We're going to watch this video. It's from the series called Explained. Do you guys want... No, we're going to watch it together first, and then I'll let you re-watch it. If you can't hear, if it looks bad, go to the Microsoft Teams link. If you can't do that, then I don't know. Can't help you. Whoops. Go away. Go away. Okay, let's watch this. I'll turn on the subtitles. It's called Explained, the World Water Crisis. You can find this on Netflix. This is probably one of my favorite docu-series on Netflix. There's 3 seasons, and they're very informative. Turn down the volume. Closed captioning is on. And let's just watch. I'm going to turn off my microphone for a bit. So hopefully you could hear that. I'm going to send this to you later. But first, I'm going to send you over. Let's do this. I'm going to brainstorm. I'm going to talk about this Miro thing. You can come in and see. We're going to brainstorm. We're going to think about water. All right. Let's talk about the water crisis. So we're going to cluster some information. Water crisis. Let's make this bigger. Bangers. this is our topic. Color it like water. This is more like water. Come in here. And let's think about basis of, let's do a little chart up here. Okay, so our topic is the water crisis. Okay, just watched the video called The World Water Crisis Explained 2018 Netflix series. It's a docu-series. Probably one of my favorites. Is there a non-bold version? Probably not. I hate these fonts. Okay, and we need to think about things that we can do for the basis of classification, categorization. How do we add things? So what are some subtopics? What are some ideas? You can write them in the chat box. Maybe I'll just make a poll for you. Is anybody? Nobody's in the Teams. I didn't even share my screen. I gotta turn off Teams. All right. So, whoops. So we got this water crisis thing. What kind of things did you hear? Sometimes I should do a Mentimeter. Let's do a Menti. I know you guys are kind of here. Maybe some of you. Actually, no, I want you to think about these things first. Okay? Let's use squares in different colors and white to think about these different things that we can connect. Are different little subtopics. Okay? This is the pre-writing process. This is a mind map. We're brainstorming. We're using, you know, our knowledge, our research to figure out what these subtopics could be. Change this font now. Different subtopics. Different ways that we can classify the information. We can talk about things like possibly what are some solutions. Can I just copy and paste this? No. Doo-ba-doo-doo-doo. The problems. I think about like solutions maybe. We could think about what causes, right? Cause and effect. That's what you're going to be doing next semester or not next semester, next week. Next week. Okay, maybe think about the causes, right? We're not going to make a cause and effect essay, but we can list all the causes, why there's a water crisis, right? We can think about solutions. Is there anything other that we could talk about, different topics? Causes. Is there anything that you remember from this video that talks about solutions, causes? We'll use little post-it notes. Let's add a bunch of post-it notes. There's my Miro pack. We got all of our post-it notes. You can grab one. If you click on that link, how do you like it? I love them. No. So yeah. I don't know what you guys think education's supposed to be, but maybe you're learning something. What are some other subtopics we can think of? Let me move this guy. Have you ever learned like this before? Most of my students have never learned like this ever in their lives, so if it's your first time, great. What are some possible things that we can think about? When we think about this video, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to send you guys the link to the video. Nope. It's not the link. I'm I'm going to go to my PowerPoint. I'm going to catch this. I'm going to go back to the Miro. I'm going to place it here. Whoops, that did not work. Somebody's knocking. They're knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. All right, so you can actually watch the video from here. We're talking about the water crisis today. We're thinking about the topic of water. We're brainstorming. This is the pre-writing process. I'm going to put a big old title here. The world's, I guess they don't put the world. World's water crisis. I love the bangers. Make it water-like. Too water-like. Dark water. Here we go. Making stuff for you. There we go. What I'm going to ask you to do, let's write out some directions. All right, watch the video again. Let's use numbers. Watch the video again. Take notes. Okay. Write down keywords. Whatever you can remember, keywords. Don't write full sentences. Okay. And then think about the basis of classification. So how would you divide this? Okay. How would you divide this topic into 3 parts? Okay. And the parts have to be like, I don't know, distinct. That's the word. Or completely different from each other. I don't like Arial. Let's go to Georgia. Okay, so we got this, we got that. Gonna move that up here. All right, I'm gonna send you the link. I'll give you 20 minutes. The video's 18 minutes. Take notes. Watch it again. Anything that you missed, anything you couldn't hear, if you want to pause it, rewatch it, I'll give you, let's say 22 minutes, okay? So here's the YouTube video, the world's water crisis. This is what I want you to do, is rewatch it, okay? Follow these instructions. Watch the video again. Take notes, keywords. Think about the basis of classification. How can we combine something if we're talking about maybe solutions or causes? Okay, this seems to me like the thing that jumps out. Okay, write down any notes that are facts, any statistics, those things that I was writing down about, the liters required to make Coca-Cola, or for beef. You can pause the video and see all the other numbers. Write down any numbers, quotes, statistics, anything that you think is important that you could use in a paper. And think about how you would divide these into 3 parts that are very separate. Okay. I guess another thing, maybe we can talk about what are the results. What would happen if there's a water crisis, right? The results of a water crisis. What would happen in the world? What has happened? There we go. I like that. And then we'll come back together, okay? After 20-something minutes, we'll brainstorm, okay? And then next week, we'll write the essay together. Probably just me, but you can watch. I'm going to pull up that timer. Where's that timer at? There you are. I'll give you 24 minutes now. Okay, I'm going to pause this recording for myself and let's get to work. So watch that video again, take some notes, think about the basis classification, how you would divide this topic into 3 parts. The parts have to be distinct, complete, okay, and then we'll brainstorm. Okay, I'll see you later. Press unpause. All right, so we are back from watching the video, taking some notes. I'm going to share with you the notes that I took. Maybe something about how to take notes. Let's get rid of this guy. Oops. Where's my air server? Air server. Here we go. These are some notes I took. I took 3 pages, 3.5. Go away. Explained, yeah. So when you take notes, try to keep it really short. If you can't get everything, that's what watching it again helps you to learn. And it also is a really good idea to reread your notes and then figure out where you can add more information, even what it means. Okay, if you can't understand your own notes, well, you have to go back and figure it out, right? So Cape Town, 4 million people. This was 2018. Risks no water. The world supply is 326 million trillion. I don't even know how to add that up. 97% of it is salt water. We can't use that unless we do something with it. 2% frozen fresh water. Do we want to melt the glaciers? No. Rising waters. 1% is fresh liquid fresh water. Okay. Access is the most important thing then. It's not that we don't have enough water. We don't have access to clean water. So places like Kuwait, it's a desert, versus Canada, the amount of water they have, scarcity. These are all words that you guys should be looking up, making word lists. If you don't understand this video so much, well, I'll send you a transcript that maybe has all the text from it. But there's lots of information. We talked about Mexico City for a bit. 22 million people live there. How many people live in Istanbul? I think like 30 something million. It gets more rain than London. It uses more aquifers. It's sinking. Why is it sinking? It's because they're sucking up all the water from the aquifers or the underground, the groundwater. Okay, and 50% of Mexico City uses groundwater. 50% use. Okay. Not from the lakes or rivers. Okay, India is down 29 trillion liters of water in 1 decade. In 1 decade. Okay, and this is from its groundwater sources. That was like a video. I can do different things, like acronyms. Humans need about a gallon of drinking water a day, right? I drink much less, so I'm saving the world. 8% is fresh water, personal use. 70% for agriculture, 22% industry. These were all from 2017, I think, was the information. It's probably increased or changed, right? Water usage, coffee takes 130 liters to make 1 cup. Beer was 74. Beef, they said, was the highest because of what they eat, this plant called alfalfa. And alfalfa is really interesting because it has really high protein. That's why they feed it. But it requires a lot of water. And a quarter-pound hamburger is 1,650 liters of water. Wow. Your t-shirt's 2,500. Farmers don't pay for water normally, right? They get water for free. So 2 trillion gallons are used, or liters. Is it gallons? I don't know. They always switch. Petroleum of the 21st century. That's what water equals, right? H2O. The benefits of water. I don't know why I wrote that. But yeah, 95% of irrigation. Irrigation is how you water something when you don't have water. It's just flooding. It's very old. You just flood the fields with water. Is that efficient? Yeah. Is it efficient? I'm going to write that. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. Whew. Okay, and another problem with this losing water. Oh, sorry. The benefit of valuing water. We have to value water. The value of water. Valuing. I'm going to erase that. I'm just going over how I would take notes. This is what I normally do when I watch videos like this. I'm a nerd. 50% of water is lost to leaky pipes in Mexico. That's because we don't value it. We don't fix those things. People also pollute water with different chemicals. There's places like Flint, Michigan, where they still can't drink the water, maybe, because it's poisonous. 2017, Mexicali, they're opening a Constellation brewery or company that makes alcohol. Taking from the Colorado River, which is getting smaller and smaller. In the future, there'll be water wars, right? Lake Chad is already small. There's been conflicts there. Darfur is in southern South Sudan. The Syrian civil war was most likely caused by a severe drought in 2006. Some maybe solutions, desalinization of water, okay, but it requires lots of money, lots of energy, and that makes water more expensive, and therefore our products more expensive, right? So if water goes up in value, then people say, oh, I'm going to charge you more. Alfalfa in the desert, why do we do that? It's funny, they're fighting in Mexico, in Mexicali. They're fighting against a corporation, a company that's taking water, but they're growing alfalfa in the desert, okay? That's what we call an irony. It's ironic. Irony. All right, one more page. I'm going to share this with you on this Miro. I'll share it on the other thing as well. Improve water improves poor people's lives. Okay, so poor people are the most affected by such things. Water crisis. 60 liters per day. They say that's the human right to wash, to bathe, all of that. Income, water prices. Okay, they're trying to. What was this about? The city, Philadelphia. See, I remembered things. Wanted to do a program where they matched income match with water prices. So poor people would be charged less, okay, and richer people would get charged more. March 18th, Cape Town, day zero, right? They kept doing stuff. They kept fixing it. They kept using less water. So from 2014, they used 1.2 billion gallons or liters to 516 million. In 4 years, they reduced it by more than half, and magically it also rained. So day zero was paused. And the last thing I wrote was water has a value, okay? And something that they are saying is that we need to value it more. When it's free, when it's cheap, people use it. They overuse it. All right. I'm going to share these on this Miro board. And what I want you to do over this weekend until next week is think about, I'll send a little assignment that you can think about, but think about different ways that you can organize it. Even try to write a thesis statement if you can, okay? Just practice this. If you're wanting to improve your writing, become an academician, academic magician, then yeah, think about these things. I'm going to post all these videos from today as a YouTube video. You can watch everything again. If you guys have any questions, ask. But this will be open. You can go in. You can add your own information. Write your name if you do. You can move one of these things around. Write what you think is one of these groupings that we can have. Okay, so this is part of the brainstorming process, is kind of gathering information, taking notes, things like that, and then thinking about ideas for our essay. We're going to write an essay next week. It'll be a division and classification essay about the water crisis. We'll keep it simple, okay? And if there's anything you don't understand in the video, watch it again, take notes. I'll send you, and learn those words. Pause it, look up words, things like that. You are a researcher. Put on your researcher hat. you are working for the UN and you're trying to solve this water crisis, SDG, Sustainable Goal number 6, the United Nations Sustainable Goals, Sustainable Development Goals, is to help save water by 2030. Last thing I'm going to do before I leave, I'm going to send you a video. I don't know if you've seen it. It's called 25 liters. 25 liter. And it's about Istanbul. Okay. So last thing, and you can watch this over the weekend. Enjoy. Have a great time. If you haven't done any of the assignments, please do some. And I'll send out some assignments, some questions. Okay, so check Google Classroom. Have a great rest of your week. Thanks for joining, and hope you learned something today. All right, I'll see you guys later. All right. So yeah, water crisis. Think about that. I'm gonna put in this other video as well, so you guys can watch 25 liters. Imagining what happens in Istanbul when the water runs out and everybody is limited to 25 liters. And I always think about my own experience. When you don't have a tap that runs water freely, you actually use much less water when you use buckets and things like that. It's just that it makes you, when something's too easy to use, you overuse it, right? When you have Netflix and it keeps giving you TV shows that you want to watch, you keep using it until it gets really bad. Netflix isn't bad. I mean, it has great things. Like we just watched Explained. So go ahead, watch that video again. I'll try to explain how I write notes. You should practice writing notes on a piece of paper, on anything, on any device. Don't type your notes. It doesn't actually help you memorize things. You can usually type faster than you write, some of you. I don't know. Anyways, thank you very much, and have a great rest of your week and a great weekend. Bye, guys.